expressed on this program are not those of intellectualradio.com, its subsidiaries, or sponsors. Encouraging, educating, and empowering you into action. This is Warriors Talk with your host, Lady ReShell.
Hello. Welcome to Warriors Talk with author and founder Lady ReShell, where we move away from awareness towards action. It is Relationship Monday. Our topic for today is second chances are earned and not given. We are live on Intellectual Radio. We just heard from the Drive at 5 with Roman. Keep it locked right here on Intellectual Radio and allow us to feed your brain. On the last episode of Warriors Talk, Doc Michelle and I talked about colon cancer. Go over to YouTube and type in Intellectual Radio and stay connected. The quote of the day is, "A second chance doesn't mean anything if you learn nothing on the first." We are grateful for our sponsor. We have Pastor Michael Richardson from the EmanuelC.O.G.I.C, who has a special message for us.
Greetings, I am Pastor Michael Richardson.
And I am First Lady Anastasia Richardson from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We're located at 3058 West Van Buren in Chicago, Illinois. We are building upon a solid foundation.
And we're inviting you to join us every Sunday morning on Facebook Live at EmanuelC.O.G.I.C at 10:15 Central Standard Time. And you can also view our videos on our YouTube channel at EmanuelC.O.G.I.C-MR. Once again, this is Pastor Michael Richardson
and First Lady Anastasia Richardson, and we're from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We are building upon a solid foundation.
Here are your trending topics for today. Police said on today that they have arrested a man who is a suspect in Sunday's mass shooting in Sacramento that killed 6 people and wounded 12 others. Dandre Martin, 26, was identified as a related suspect and was booked on an assault charge and illegal firearms possession charges, according to a release from the Sacramento police. During the initial investigation, detectives found more than 100 shell casings and discovered at least 3 buildings and 3 cars that had been hit by bullets. Police served search warrants at 3 homes and at least 1 handgun was recovered. Authorities said they have received more than 100 videos or photo files in a tip portal. Police Chief Catherine Lester said Sunday that there were actually multiple shooters and a large fight that occurred before gunfire. Those are your trending topics for today. If you are tuned in on any form of social media, please like, share the show, invite someone else in on the show so that they may benefit from this valuable information. Co-hosting with me today is none other than cancer activist, motivational speaker, and the founder of the Gala Foundation, ReShell Gilmore. Hello, ReShell.
Hello, Lady ReShell. And all my warriors out there.
Excited about the show today. I'm excited. We have a great topic as usual. And
yes.
I know hopefully we will not run out of time because I'm going to try to get through all of these different second chance points that you can walk away with and decide if you're ever in this situation, if you're going to stay or if you're going to go. Again, our topic is second chances are earned, not given. So ReShell, let's just jump right in. Do second chance relationships even work? Have you ever had a second chance relationship that worked?
Not that I can think of, because because usually I'm the type to fight hard the first time before giving, the second chance. Don't get me wrong, during the relationship, I'll be in love with you, but once it's done, it's done. I don't think I've ever gone back to a person to say, let's try again. And because I gave it all, I did everything that I could the first time. So now I'm exalted, I'm depleted. I don't want to try anymore. That maybe that window was closed. Why try to force something that's not there anymore? So No, I can say no. None that I can think of. I've never gone back or given a second chance.
So you're sort of like me, although I've gone back twice to two different people.
Okay.
And as you can see, they didn't work out. So I would say you're more like me, where I try to exhaust every measure with that person before, I decide to walk away. So that when I do walk away, that, there's no chance of me ever coming back. I won't have any regrets. Hey, Shanera. Hey, Kendra. Kendra said this is a great topic. Shanera say, hey, y'all.
Hey, Kendra. Hey, Shanera.
Yeah. So is it okay if people decide that, they want to give it a second? Look at J-Lo and Ben.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Now, I do believe in second chances. I just believe that everybody don't deserve one. But at the same token, I do believe that, maybe the first time you were filling each other out, maybe you still had some things that was going on that kind of prevented you from putting your 100%, putting all of you into the relationship or whatever it was. So going back to second time, they say sometimes you don't realize a good thing until it's gone. So that second chance, it could be worth it. It's worth it.
Well, I think Kenya agrees with you. She said the second time around is the best time. Do you think that there's a time limit, Rizal? Like within that second time, do you think it's like a time period, like so much time should pass by, or not to allow so much time to pass by before you decide to go back?
No, I don't think there's a time limit on that. I mean, long as you are healed, as we say here a lot on the show, that you have got rid of the emotional, the spiritual, those demons and everything else that was fighting you the first time, that you got rid of, that you can now go into it the second time with a clean slate if given the second chance by a person.
I totally agree. Hey, Angela. Angela is on, you guys.
Hey, Angela. Oh, we getting a full house tonight. Let's see how many arguments I get into, disagreements tonight.
Oh, no disagreements. We're just here to educate, just to give y'all some information. We learn, you guys learn. So second chances are all about forgiveness. It starts with forgiveness. Like you can't move on to a second chance until you have told this person and yourself that you're going to forgive them before you decide to move on to that second chance. If you haven't forgiven that person, then you should not be moving on. You should not be moving on in that relationship.
Definitely. And that's one of the big issues when given a second chance, because not only are you thinking about what happened the first time, it kind of sticks with you. You have to let that go. And a lot of times people don't let those things go. So that second chance may not even become valid for you.
I'm going to say, because I'm talking from experience, that it's kind of hard though, because you want to give that person a fair try, right? You're thinking about your history. You're thinking about maybe, you're looking at what the person is doing and what they're saying. Are they lining up? And it's like, in the back of your mind, it's like, all right, they're going to do something to mess this up, or I'm going to regret that I made this decision. So it could be kind of hard if you really haven't made up in your mind that, you know what, I'm just going to move forward with this and I'm going to forget everything that happened. Not forget, but not try to bring up everything that happened in the past and give this person a clean slate. It's hard.
It can be hard, but again, giving the person a clean slate, doing the forgiveness thing, for me, it's all about timing. Maybe when y'all got together the first time, maybe it wasn't the right time, because maybe maybe mama was sick and you was going through something, in your head dealing with her. You could have had stress on yourself. But, that second time, that second time around, they say that, is that could be the winner, as who was that? Kendra said that second time is the best time.
What about if they cheated?
Well,
sometimes a breakup is not all about cheating, but what if, there was cheating in the relationship?
Oh, shoot. Man, I need to take this call.
Thank you so
Well,
much, Kenya, for inviting individuals in. I appreciate it.
um, one thing I say, you have to say to yourself what matters most. And that means what matters most to you. Do you really love this person, or you really were um, into this person? Do it really matters most that they did X, Y, and Z? Do you really see yourself or want to be with this person? And that's just from my personal experience for me to move on to a second chance. Like, you know what? I may stop and pause and think about the good times, the bad times. And if the good outweighs the bad, then hey, and then it also involves my emotions and my feelings. Like, am I really in love with this person? Do I really want to be, with this person? What matters most, it doesn't matter if they went out there and did X, Y, and Z, but you're home now. You realize what you did. It's kind of like the prodigal son. What he went out there, he spent the money, then he came back home, and his father still was open arms for him because that's the love that he had for him. So it's all about your feelings and what you feel for that person in order to forgive them and let things go and move forward with that person if you see yourself with them.
Shanera said it takes time to get them unsettling spirits out of your body. And that's true. That is so true. A lot of times we don't. We just move on to the next person. Some people are hurt. Like if you cut me deep, and yeah, I still love you, but like it takes time to get over that hurt to say, okay, we're gonna move on to this second chance. So sometimes it may be best just not to even move on, because especially if the wounds are still fresh and you really haven't had a chance to say, you know what, I've all the way forgiven this person.
Yeah, I mean,
Me.
pushing a person, like if something just happened last night and you're looking for forgiveness, nah, I'll say that's too soon, because you're going to have to take time before you allow this person. They can't be pushy, because that's going to push you away even more from them. You need time to really sit back and think about, your life and your future and where you want to go and who you want to be with before you make that decision to allow them back into it. And they can't do it on their terms, right away. It's not a microwavable thing. Like, you're talking about my life, my joy, my peace that you've taken away. So second chances, again, this is multiple. It's definitely multiple contributes to this topic tonight.
Angela says, does a tiger has changed its stripes? Is it, they said if the stripes, they don't change. So most people don't change, right? Normally it happens when it's something traumatic that happens in their life, and then they change from that. But the majority of us do not change.
So is that a good thing or bad thing? Because if they don't change, then you already know what you're getting. But if they do change, then it may make you wonder, like, well, he's acting or she's acting this way. What is there to believe? So if they don't change, that could be a good thing, because you know what you're getting from the door.
Yes. Or they could just be putting on a facade just to get you back. And then there go those stripes again. The stripes start coming out, start showing. I know that, like, if something traumatic happens and you break up and that person really loved you and they really loved you and it was truly a mistake, then they're going to learn a lesson from what happened, right? And they're going to change their behavior. Their behavior should change, especially if they want a different result with you. If they know that if I stay the same, I'm not going to get this person back. But if I change, and the change comes from within, it's a traumatic change. So you have no choice but to change. You can't stay the same.
Right. And many times what we do, we give people a second chance to do the wrong thing again, to try to do the wrong thing the right way to us. So
it's like, what is that saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Shame on me. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the third one says, but there won't be a third time. Like, I could be nice, I could be generous, but once I'm done, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah. And you usually know when you're done. And that's usually the point where you just don't care. You're like, whatever, I don't care. That you're done at that point. Even sometimes I've been in relationships when I didn't care. I was done before the relationship was even over, at least a good 2 months. I just didn't care. I was done. It was over. I wasn't there emotionally. I wasn't there spiritually. I just wasn't there. I just want you to go, move on, do whatever that you need to do, but just please just exit my life so I can regain me, regain my peace, and regain everything else that I brought to this thing.
And I can still love you, and not
Of course.
I can still love you, but for me to keep my sanity, my peace, I'm gonna have to choose between you and I. And guess what? I gotta choose me. I gotta choose me
Always.
all the time.
Always.
I'm sorry.
My mental health is more important than your feelings at this point.
Yes. Lisa said, move with caution. I totally agree with that. Don't be so fast. If they're like, let's hurry up. Let's try to get back to the way we were. No. You have to earn it. And it's not like you're putting them through like these hoops that are not obtainable. But it's like, no, you have to earn this spot. Things are not business as usual because somebody has been hurt. Trust has been broken. And you just don't give somebody that. They have to earn it. Angela says, when you give second chances somewhere down the line, the past hurt does come up periodically. Who wants to I don't know.
Go through that crazy mental and emotional roller coaster.
Who wants to go through the crazy mental and emotional roller coaster? Some people like that trauma, Angela. Some people like going through that. They like it.
Some people do. But again, you have to know it's not how well you fight. It's what you're fighting for. Is it worth it? Am I doing what I'm doing? Is it even working what I'm doing? Like giving this person. But this comes to what would I just to relate back to what I said. You have to forgive and let go of things if you're going to give a person a second chance, because then it becomes very, what's the word? It becomes very frustrating to the other person when you start bringing up the altercation where it got y'all there to the second chance in the first place. And you keep poking at me about what happened. And then that second chance isn't going to work. So you have to be in a solid state of mind to say, you know what, that happened before, but we're here now. You have to let the past go. Stop giving the keys to fear and the past and letting it drive you not where you need to be.
Here is my Kenya says she finally agrees with you.
See, I'm winning the
part. Here's my thing. I've always found that the person who made the mistake, who caused the breakup, they want to rush through the process, right? They want you to rush through what happened. They want to rush through the talk. They don't want to go into it. They want to gloss over the stuff, and it's like, no, we're not going to gloss over it. I want to talk about it. I want to know why this happened. And I want to be able to walk away, in the future, trying to avoid this again. I found that the person who caused the hurt, always the one that wants to hurry up. They want you to hurry up and get over it.
Well, nobody wants to relive what happened. Don't keep trying to take me back to where we're trying to move forward from. So I can understand why they want to hurry and get past it, because the healing process is going to take really both of y'all. We understand what happened. We understand why it happened. Now, how do we move forward? What is the resolution for us moving forward? Do we end it, stop it here? Or do we say, hey, you know what? Again, this is what matters most to me. You have my heart. I'm in love with you. I just don't love you. I want to move forward. You have to let that stuff go. Put that, throw it in the back seat and go.
You was just naked in the bed with the other girl last week. Now you love me. I'm the love of your life. And you want me to forget everything that just happened so we can move on with this second chance. No, it don't work like that. It don't. You have to give people time. You can't rush anybody else's process. You can't give them a timeline and say, you should be over this by now. why you still bringing this up? Well, maybe they're still bringing it up because they didn't get out everything that they wanted to say because you're rushing them through the process.
Well, I'm not saying that there's a timeline, but again, you can't keep continuing to beat the person up about what they did. Just because they made you feel like crap doesn't give you a license to treat them like crap. Otherwise, hurt people, and y'all going to keep going at it, and you're never going to get back on track on going forward to where y'all need to be.
Angela says it's not going to work at all.
At all.
What, Angela?
What's not going to work? Second chances? Or
you have to love people like you have never been hurt. That's hard. You have to love them like they did not hurt you. And I'm not saying going into this second chance blindly. Don't go into it blindly. You go into it smarter. You go into it, now you know what this person is capable of, but you don't keep punishing them for the same crime over and over again, right?
Right.
You don't keep doing that.
Yeah, you're doing what they call double jeopardy.
You let them know, I'm giving you a clean slate, right? This is a clean slate. Here are the ground rules, right? Now you coming in with some power, right? You coming in with some power. So now you can lay down some ground rules of, okay, this is how we moving forward, right? And I don't want to use cheating because it's not always cheating. The reason why people break up that's not the main reason. It could be financial.
A lot of time it's fine. I'm about to say usually it's finances.
Yeah,
Believe it or not, finances are the biggest cause of divorce in America.
Yeah, totally agree with that. So a lot of times it's just not cheating. It could be financial. So if it's financial, so now how are we going to move forward financially and handle everything together? Like, you ran away with all the money, you spent up our down payment that we was going to get this house with. So now how can I gain that trust? How can you gain that trust? What can we do to, because our foundation was shaken, and if the foundation is strong enough, then you can move forward. You can still build off of it.
Build it on rocks, not sand. It'll sink.
Lisa said, watch with an open mind and heart. Don't be so quick to go full force. Yeah, you may be just a fill-in until the next one comes. Love it, Lisa. Love it. You know why? Because people love familiarity, right? You're familiar. So yeah, they'll come back to you while they still looking, right? And you like, man, we've been together how many years? Are we not married? Because you're not the one. He waiting on the one to come. When the one comes, then he gonna be gone.
Nope. I told y'all many times before, you're the one. But men wait, they take their time waiting on the marriage because they're waiting for you to become the right woman for them. But then in the meantime, if you haven't done it, then they may go out and
that doesn't make sense.
Go to the side. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
You know what you're getting. It's not like I'm changing we all grow in a relationship unless you're grooming me to be a certain way.
But that's the thing. Remember, I always said that men get in relationships hoping the woman don't change, and women get in relationship thinking they can change the man. So your ways of keep trying to change me of who I am. Remember, I'm giving you who I am, what I am, but you want something totally different. And it's like, when you stop nagging me about this and that, then I'll see if I'm at peace and joy, and then we can run down to the pastor and say, marry us.
Second chances, the past hurts always is coming up. I agree with you, Lisa. It does. Especially if you really haven't discussed it, if you really haven't had a discussion. And if you gotta go get some help and the both of you have to go get help, then go get counseling about it so that you'll be able to clear it out and move forward. Because they may think you sitting down talking about it for an hour is enough time for you to, okay, we done talked about it. I don't know why she keep bringing this up. Like, she keep bringing this up because it's not resolved.
Most of the time, because it doesn't become a discussion, it becomes an interrogation, and nobody wants to sit there and be questioned and drilled and accused and all these different things, whether it was cheating, finances,
You're under
all
the
of
hot
that.
seat, though. You have caused this infraction to happen. but you don't want to go through, you don't want to do any of the work. You just want them to be like, okay, let's just do this second chance. And I don't want to hear all that. Don't ask me no questions about what I did, who I did it with, blah, blah, blah. And am I going to do it again? I don't want to hear that. Let's just move. If you want to move forward with this, let's just go. No, put in the work.
You gonna love me or leave me alone?
Ask those questions. You're gonna answer those questions. You're gonna be open. You're gonna be willing. You're gonna be like, babe, whatever it is that you need for me to do, I'm gonna do it because I messed up.
You gonna love me or leave me alone?
What you're not gonna do is rush me through the process, right? You're not gonna do that. You're just not. All right, let's get to these. Why you shouldn't give a relationship a second chance, right? Number one, because you know from the beginning they were not the one. You already knew. Your gut already told you.
Then why go through it the first time? Why put that energy, time, and effort the first time if you already knew that they wasn't the one from the jump?
Because they was the right now person, Resolve. It was
they was convenience.
Yeah.
They was convenience.
Yes.
Well, look, would he be honest and like, look, you know what? I'm not in the right headspace right now, but I do just want to smash if you up to it. Would it sound better coming off like that?
Nobody's
gonna do no court. We ain't gotta be courting or doing nothing that we could just, get down, once in the blue moon or here and there or whatever we see fit. But along with that,
they're not gonna be
emotions start to set in later on.
Exactly. Kenya said, laughing at my relationship, Mr. Relationship.
That's right, Kenya. That's right.
Hey, Coach T.
Coach T. Coach T mad at me. I know she is.
Angela said, just like a man. I don't know what you said. Lisa said, for the reasons we previously stated, you guys, because you're hoping you can change them. Exactly.
That's what I said.
Exactly.
That's what I said.
I'm trying to change people and change yourself. Change yourself. What you said, Lisa? I know Angela said all you want is a sex ship.
No, that's not the case. But what I'm giving you is honesty. I'm not going to waste your time or your effort. If that's what I'm looking for, that's what I want from you. Again, anytime that we approach any woman and we talk to them, that's what our mind is thinking of from the.
Nina, let's see. Nina, I'll tell you what you missed. We're talking about second chances. It's earned, not given. Go ahead, Rizal.
I lost my voice.
That's okay.
My cousin was texting me.
So let's go to number 2.
Yes.
They have not learned from their mistakes. This is why you should not give them a second chance in a relationship. They haven't learned. It's a week past, they're still doing the same things that you have an issue with.
Well, is it your fault or is it their fault? Because who's that? Whoever said that in the beginning, they said a tiger's stripes never change.
That was Angela.
So you already knew what you was getting into from the beginning.
Yeah, but some people, Rizal, you already know some people can play the role. They can play the role until they get what they want, then bam.
So if they played the role the first time, what do you think they're going to do the second time? They just going to try and play it better.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you should be like, I've seen this before, like, and it seemed like they get better the second time around. They get more slicker, right? Because now you know those moves, you know what they're gonna do. They get more slicker. Coach T said they're the same person, different day.
See, I told you, you're giving them a second chance to do the wrong thing better. That's all. You're giving them a second chance to do the wrong thing better.
Learning how to sharpen their skills. Yeah, Coach T, but we want to believe them though. We want to believe that they're different, that they change. We do. And that's why you giving them that second chance.
Well, that's why whoever said that you need to move with caution. Again, you got to think where your heart is and where your mind is. Don't be fooled. You don't want to keep going through the heartache, the headaches, you don't want to keep going through that. That is very exalting.
Lisa said, They didn't learn from their mistakes because they were intentional. It's only a mistake because they were called out. Bam. Come on, Lisa. Angela said, like I said, a tiger never changed his stripes. That's why I said it won't work, Mr. Relationship.
I'm
Oh,
agreeing with you, Angela. What the, why would it come from me?
don't be coming for Brazil, y'all. Nina said, I don't know about second chances because I did it so much and got hurt more. Never again. Girl, we
Well,
have to
you need
listen
to,
to those lessons we learn.
well, you got to widen your selection if you keep giving chances after chance, because it's a whole lot of fish. You could have gave a first chance to someone else.
Oh, wow. All right. Ready for number 3?
Number 3.
This is why you should not give them a second chance. You're motivated by fear that you would never meet somebody else. And that goes with what you just said, Rizal, about giving other people chances. You feel like, I can't meet nobody else.
And that's definitely not true. It's so many people out there. You just got to find that right combination. You got to find who got the key to your lock, or your lock to your key, however you want to put it. I mean, if you're really looking, you got to put yourself out there. It'll come to you. He'll come to you. You'll find him in one of the most craziest places that you might not even thought of.
Wow. Angela said she apologized, Mr. Relationship. She
Thank
apologized.
you, Angela. Thank you, Angela.
Coach T says, I agree with all. When my heart wants to believe, I purposely do something different. Ooh. Been there, girl. Angela said, use your mind and not your heart. I think women, that's what women do. Nina said, exactly. I think women, we go in with our heart. The second time, you should not be going in with your heart. You should be going in with the facts, right? You should be going in with logic, because your heart got you to this point to where you got hurt. And not to say that it's your fault because of somebody else's action, but now you should not be going in with your heart. That's just my opinion. Because you already know you love this person. So remove that and then use the facts and then use the logic and say, okay, does this make sense? Does it make sense for me to return to this place?
I told y'all many times before in this show, logic will have you sitting in the corner with a box of Newports and a bottle of Jack Daniels, thinking about what happened, how it happened, why it happened, and you're going to drive yourself crazy thinking the logical terms about what happened in the relationship.
Love is going to get you in trouble too. I'm saying use the facts. It's just like if somebody committed a crime, they just want to know the facts. They don't want to know nothing else, right? Use the facts. Is this relationship worth moving to a second chance?
Like I said, you got to think what matters most. In the court of law, Denzel Washington said, it's not what you say, it's what you can prove.
Exactly. So the facts, what can you prove with the facts about this relationship? About should you move forward with this relationship?
Weigh your pros and cons. How did this person treat me? Was it always an upsetting time? Were we always arguing at each other's neck? Like, those are things that I think of. Were they really easy going? You know what? He got me so many games. He treated me well, or she did this, or she did that. You know what? Let me stop messing around. I really want this to work with us. Let's sit down, communicate, talk this thing out, level our heads. Give me time to, come from up here and come down to here so I can think level-headed about where and what I want for me that's going to be best moving forward.
Angela said, low self-esteem, get rid of it immensely. You do. You have to love yourself. When you love yourself, then you're not out here desperate for somebody to love you. You're not going into a relationship desperate. Coach T said, yes, some of these dudes be out here mesmerizing women, and they just be going because we want love so bad.
That's true. I mean, there's a lot of guys, they will sell you the universe. And next thing you know, all you got is just a pot and not a window to throw it out of.
Lisa said nope. Coach C said, I purposely wait for him to love me for real, first in words and in deed. Then I meet him there. Oh, wow, girl. You need to be teaching a class and teaching other women on how to do that.
Okay, so question for Coach T. So, well, you know what? Not for Coach T, for everybody. So, do you feel as though that is good to go into the relationship, put your all into it 100% from the beginning, or should you just do it like baby steps? You know, week
Baby
one,
steps.
I'm here. Week 2, I'm there. Meanwhile, this guy is, or this woman is giving you and showing you, you know, hey, I'm there after say 6 months or so. Do you still baby step them away? You keep them, you know, like guessing where you at, or do you really say, hey, you know, I'm there now? Like,
it's baby steps. Is you growing each week, month, year? You should be growing. You don't give somebody everything. It has to be earned. That's the title of the show. Second chances are earned. Love is earned. You just certain things get love. You have a baby, you love that baby, right? You have kids, you love those kids automatically, right? But when that husband, it's earned. That wife, it's earned. No, you don't give somebody everything up front. They have to earn it. And as you grow, then those things, more and more of your love comes out. But
see, now you're talking about a mother, man. A mother's love is totally different than the love that she may have for that guy, the husband, baby father, whatever the case is.
Still, but that love, the baby's love, that's something you don't have to earn. But when you're talking about, and you would be all in with that, but something else, a man or a woman, they have to earn it. Angela says love would make you do some crazy things.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that what Will said?
Like what, Angela? Like what?
Go ahead, Will Smith.
Like what? She said she meant immediately. What? What? I agree, in increments, in moderation. Yes. A ratio is out because they can handle me they can't handle you all in too soon. So you have to give them out in doses, right? Because if you give them too much, Coach T, then they overdose really quick. And guess what? Girl, they gone. We already know. They gonna be out somewhere else once, because you have to do it in doses. You just can't give somebody everything up front. No. That's just my opinion.
Well, it could get scary. I mean, no matter what, whether it's first chance, second chance, all relationships, marriages, you rolling the dice and taking the gamble. No matter what, anyway. I don't care how many years, because as time go in, you're not going to be the same person from the beginning that when you met that person, because you're going to change. Y'all are going to evolve. Then you have to adapt. It's like so many things. There's going to be a lot of things along the way, you know, so.
Number 4, you should not give this person a second chance. You ended things recently and they already said they changed. It was 30 days and they're like, babe, I changed. All those things that happened, you know, I cheated, I changed, I'm a better person, you know, and they ready to go on to a second chance, and they really haven't had any time to really incorporate a change in their life.
Well, did they change? Because we did say, well, I know I said there wasn't a timestamp. Maybe in 30 days that they did. Maybe they, you know, did the things what you were asking them to do. Maybe they stopped doing X, Y, Z. Look, my credit score changes every 30 days. So why can't I? Or why can't them?
I would say I would have to see a pattern of behavior, right? It would have to be a pattern of behavior before I would be like, oh, okay. Because yeah, people could put on a show for a little bit, but true change, they may not be able to keep it for a while. Coach T said men have to have time to process things.
I'm gonna need you to keep up these comments.
I am reading. What do you mean? What are you talking about, Coach T? Angela says, I'm not a negative person, but that second chance, I don't care. How many increments? If a second chance is not for you, you don't do it. Go with your gut. Trust me, go with your gut, because the last thing you want to do is to regret that, oh man, you know, those red flags were there for a reason. You know, you don't want to go back and say, oh, I should have. No, go with your gut. If your gut is telling you, no, ain't no second chance. If you're hesitating about that second chance, then don't do it. Don't do it.
If the crazy part is, if you gotta think about it twice about a second chance, don't do it.
And that's crazy though. But you think about, okay, so you think about ReShell, you think about the history that you guys have, and you think about all this stuff that they're putting in your ear, and then you like, oh man, you know, all this time I was with this person, is all that time just wasted. But then if I get back with this person, you know, you try to imagine like all of the things that coulda, woulda, shoulda happened. It's like, it's a lot. But you do have to weigh those pros and cons and say, But if you're hesitating, if you are hesitating, and it's something within you that is saying, girl, I don't know, then you need to probably take a step back and don't allow them to rush you into it. Because if they're serious, then they'll stay on you. If they're not, they'll wander off somewhere else.
Well, again, why am I giving this person a second chance? You know, why would I go back into something that was, I'm not going to say toxic, but that could be a cause of one. It could be toxic, financial, you know, for different reasons. But why would I want to go back into something like that with this person and doing a second chance? Like I said, it has to be worth it. My heart really has to be with you. And I feel as though that, you know, we can work this out, but you can't have one person in a 2-person relationship. Y'all both got to be in it. You got to give your all. Like if I'm putting 100, I need your 100.
Do you feel, ReShell, that people take advantage of you, you know, when they're asking for the second chance, because they know, you know, they know how you feel, right? They know that they caused a breakup. So they know you're vulnerable right now. And so it's almost like they're preying on you.
I think there's a little bit of playing on the heartstrings when it comes to that. They know that they love you. And some people say, I know you ain't going nowhere because you love me too much. But again, and I know some people do it because who wants to start over? I know what you are. I know what you're capable of. I know what you're doing. I know you know where you're going. But at some point, you have to write that list of pros and cons. You know, are they ambitious? Am I tired of doing this with this person? I'm tired of doing that, because that before that second chance happened, that might have been your exit. You know, God sometimes tear things apart that don't belong together. We keep trying to force these relationships with people who you don't belong with.
He keeps giving you signs over and over again. Angela said that they get counseling. Coach T says, try me next year. I might consider that there was possibly a change.
Wow, a whole year?
It's not overnight though. Angela agrees.
But a whole year?
Hey, you want to see if they're consistent with what they say, right? You want the actions to line up. Angela says that they definitely need time to process things, Coach T. Coach T says, my heart and my mind must be in sync in order for me to give you a second chance.
Right.
All right.
You got to be in line. You have to be in alignment all the way around to see if thing is off. It's not going to work. It's like a car. It's just like a car, because I'm a mechanic, so I can compare the two. So if your alignment, your wheels, if one wheel is going left and the other 3 are going straight, that one wheel is going to get ruined and it's going to pull everything out of whack. Just one wheel. If you don't put no gas in the car, it's not going to go through the gas filter. It's not going to get to the engine, which pumps the car in order for it to go. So all these different things, if they don't line up anywhere in there, you're not going to go far with it.
Alignment is key. That's what Coach T says. And the best apology is a changed behavior. Your behavior has to change, not temporarily, but it has to change. So number 5 is your family and your friends like them. So that's why you're going to give them a second chance. So that's why you shouldn't.
Damn them. No. Mm-mm. My friends and family ain't in this relationship. They ain't got nothing to do it. if this relationship doesn't work, it's because of two people that was in the relationship. We are cause and effect of the relationship, just us. Uno, dos, one, two. Nobody else, not family, not friends, not because they like them, not because they, nope, nobody.
Right. It's your life, your decision, so trust your gut.
That's right. They ain't got to sleep with them. Well, we hope not anyway. On the next episode of Jerry Springer.
Number 6 on why you shouldn't give this person a second chance. Because you're lonely.
Ooh, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl.
You are lonely and you need some company and you're reminiscing on all the good things and not the bad things. You done dismissed all of the crazy stuff that happened. And you just highlighting all the good stuff and you want to give them a call and be like, hey.
Again, if you just want to call, if you just want to smash, say, look, I need you for tonight. That's it.
Oh, okay. Coach, this is from the previous day. Coach T says, she said, no, family and friends don't count because they don't have to deal with the other person.
That's what we said.
Have to deal with the other person. And to what Rizal said, I wouldn't call them to smash. Call somebody else because of your feelings for that person. Don't call them. Don't call them. Have you somebody else, have your maintenance man on the side that you're going to call, your maintenance woman, but don't call them because your feelings are, you don't know which way you want to go with them. So if you do, it's just going to tie you in more. It's just going to make that soul tie even stronger. Better yet, don't call nobody. Work on yourself. Number 7, the reason why you shouldn't give this a second chance, right? Because you don't want to see them with nobody else. You do not want to see them. You're about to have a stroke when you see them in public with somebody else. And it was probably their sister or their cousin, but you having a fit.
You know, I would sleep much easier knowing that they bring in whatever that they brought to this relationship while we even talking about a second chance with someone else. Let them deal with that behavior, not me. I know I can sleep totally sound knowing that they ruining somebody else's life.
Right. Yes. Yes. You know how sometimes you can see the person they with and they be giving you a smirk because you know they done told them something about you and you just be like, the joke is on you. The joke is on you.
Oh, why do women do that?
I don't know.
Why do women when they've been with a male, or you know, if I'm talking to a woman and they're friends with that woman, oh, you know, such and such used to talk to them, or that's such and such ex-girlfriend and he did this and he did that. It ain't none of your business. So many women do that.
Yourself.
Like, oh, then you used to talk to some. Yeah, used to. Keyword, used to. Past. Not anymore. I'm here with you now, trying to see where we can go, what we can build, what foundation we can lay. And you worry about what happened before with such and such who ain't even here in this picture. It's 2 of us and you included 2.
If it's close within my circle, then yeah, I'm a fallout. I'm gonna pass you up if it's within my circle.
Well, yeah, that's like that's girl code. You don't mess with your friend's man or vice versa. That's girl code. That's supposed to be guy code too, but guys just don't give up.
Angela said, for result, Angela said, just to have a man, you don't know your worth. You have to know your worth. Angela's all over that. Coach T said, yes, someone you don't care about. She said, yes, call someone. I'm sorry, call somebody you don't care about. Call somebody you don't care about, but you know, you trust enough to do that. Soul ties are powerful, Angela said. They are really powerful. People underestimate soul ties. Coach T said, yes, Rizal, I actually feel sorry for the new chick. You're just shaking your head looking at her like, girl. And then she's like 6 months later and be like, hey, girl, why you didn't tell me? Girl, I didn't want to get involved in that.
That's right. It's not your place. Because what if that person was their soulmate and you're interfering with what God put together? Just because it didn't work out with you doesn't mean it won't work out with them. Stop interfering with people's. Yeah, stop interfering with people's with their destiny.
Yes. Angela said, let me shake their hand. Girl, you are so blessed to have him. Really, Angela.
Oh my God, y'all passing them off quick.
They are. She like,
Y'all ain't reserved with it, nothing. Y'all like, yeah, here you go, pass them.
she said that's
To
why
the
they
left, to the left.
That's why they call it the pass. Okay, this is probably gonna be the last one we do. So this is why you should not give the relationship a second chance. It's because it can be detrimental to your self-esteem. And Angela mentioned that earlier. Girl, when you do leave that relationship, your self-esteem is gonna be so low, right? You are not gonna know your worth. You're gonna have to go through a whole detox after this relationship.
Well, it's not just your self-esteem, it's your health, it's everything. But again, sitting there worrying, pondering, thinking, all of those things. And again, these views and opinions of mine and mine alone. But all of those worries and stuff, you putting yourself in like a serious health crisis, looking for that logical reason.
That's
I
true.
already told you what will happen.
That's true. Coach T says, truth be told, sometimes another person is just simply better for them than you were. And that's not a dig at you. He just wasn't for you.
Right. Everybody's not for you. Just because I love you doesn't mean that we're supposed to be together. Again, we have people who are in love that's not together and people that's not together who are in love.
You may have developed trust issues, and this is why you should not give this relationship a second chance. Now you all paranoid and everything else because of everything that you went through with this person.
But that's going to damage the next relationship because now you looking at everybody with the side eye, scrutinizing them like, okay, what's your plot? What's your motive? Who are you? Who sent you? You're going to be doing all these things to this person.
Mental, emotional, and physical, to your self-esteem. Your whole body when you be out of whack. That's why I say you have to detox. You would have to detox from that person. All right, and that was my next one, Angela. They are abusive. This is why you should not get back with that person because they are abusive mentally, physically, and emotionally. And then my last one is why you shouldn't get back with this person is because you cannot make peace with the past. Resolve, give me some words of wisdom on second chances are earned and they're not given.
Ooh. And I know you're going to do this to me, but I ain't have nothing except for what I said in the beginning.
You always be shooting them out. Come on.
I know. What did I say in the beginning? Oh, everybody deserves a second chance. No, everybody can get a second chance, but everybody don't deserve them.
Yes. Okay. Coach T says, when you know your worth, you value all things you, then you protect you and you won't allow anyone to dishonor you in any way. And that's the last comment. But tonight, join us next Monday at 6 p.m. right here on Intellectual Radio. I'll leave you with these words of wisdom. A second chance doesn't always mean a happy ending. Sometimes it's a chance to end things right. As always, thank you for tuning in to Warriors Talk with author and founder Lady ReShell. Co-hosting with me today is Rizal, aka The Biz. Warriors Talk is changing lives one warrior at a time.
Thank you for listening to this week's edition of Warriors Talk with Lady ReShell. To find out more about Warriors Talk, follow at Warriors Talk, the number 1, on all social media outlets, and Warriors Talk with Lady ReShell on YouTube. Please join us next week and every Monday evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on intellectualradio.com for Warriors Talk with Lady ReShell, where we encourage, educate, and empower you into action.